Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Battling in front. Bulldogs taking a couple looks at it. Pass back, Ben. Her shot finds its way through.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
After a tightly contested 2-1 victory for Adrian a night ago, these two teams hit the ice one more time, where the Green Knights are looking to even up the series while the Bulldogs look to sweep St. Norbert and extend their lead atop the NCAA. Got a rivalry matchup up next here on ACTV. Hello and welcome to the Arrington Ice Arena. My name is Jack Whitehead. Alongside with me is Nathan Lindner. And boy, do we have a good one in store for you this afternoon. Adrian came away victorious last night in a very evenly matched game. Most of the way, Carly Carpenter netted her fourth of the year. That proved to be the game winner, but not for lack of St. Norbert chances, as the Bulldogs netminder Kiera Stack once again stood on her head in the third period. Both these teams really have different play styles, don't they?
Yeah, for sure, Jack. Adrian, they play fast and aggressive. They average 38 shots per game, and they don't wait for perfect looks. They create chaos around the net. They really try to force it in from deep. Their defensemen are huge in their offensive attack. Their special teams are elite. 34% on the power play, one of the best in the country, killing almost 96% of penalties, which is an enormous edge. They also control the dots at 53% on faceoffs, which means they usually start with the puck. On the other hand, for St. Norbert, they're more methodical. They take fewer shots, around 34 per game, and they try to slow the game down and win with structure. Faceoffs are a strength at 57%, and special teams will be huge for them tonight. Last year, 20% of their goals came on the power play, and that was a major reason why they beat Adrian in the Slots Cup final.
Yeah, head coach A.J. Aiken, we got a chance to talk with him. He said special teams are going to be the difference maker tonight. Yesterday, they went 0 for 4 on the power play, and they were 1 for 2 on the penalty kill, and that proved to be the game winner. He also mentioned they need a fast start. He says this quick turnaround, 20 hours between games, he says it's going to be a grind, as both these teams showed they could fight for 60 minutes yesterday. He mentioned that Adrian is relentless, well coached, and always ready to play. So we have another ranked matchup here once again. Bulldogs fighting for that number 1 seed in the conference, while St. Norbert fighting for that number 3 seed. We have a lot of ranked matchups next week, and I know this conference, like you said, is really stacked here up at the top.
Yeah, this is a heavyweight matchup in the NCAA. Even if the standings suggest otherwise, Adrian, like you said, sits undefeated in league play, while St. Norbert is trying to stay in the hunt near the top. These two have combined for 7 straight conference titles, and even in a down year for St. Norbert, this game still has postseason implications written all over it. We'll get into it a little bit later and how this series is really big, and then especially next weekend for the Lady Dogs when they go to Concordia, Wisconsin. Basically, they'll be to wrap up the #1 seed, as Concordia is only 1 point behind Adrian in the standings, and that's just going to be a big one next weekend.
Yeah, the Bulldogs and Norbert Green Knights, their last 4 meetings have all been decided by 1 goal. Of course, the Green Knights beating Adrian 3-2 in overtime in the Slats Cup final a year ago. Starting lineups are just about set. Like you said, the #1 seeded Bulldogs will take on the #2 seeded Concordia, Wisconsin next week. St. Norbert, sitting at #3 in conference, will play #4 Lake Forest. So we got some heavyweight matchups coming up next. The Bulldogs have dominated all time, but it's really been a lot closer these last couple of years. For some starting lineups, we will have Kira Markel once again for St. Norbert. She was great last night. Bulldogs only get 2 past her.
Yeah, Kira Markel, number 36 in the green jersey. Really a solid player there back there in between the pipes for the Green Knights. They're going to need another stellar night out of her today if the Green Knights are going to want to pick up a victory.
Yeah, Markel, goals against average below 2. Sitting at 1.69. She's been great. This Green Knights team, their leading scorer, only has 6 goals, so it's been sort of a committee effort. As you can see, number 24, Sydney Zurwick on defense, actually tied for first in points, 2 goals and 11 assists. Leading point getter alongside Zurwick is Wicklund and Witkoff. Of course, Tristan Wicklund scored the game winner a year ago in the Slats Cup finals. Send Green Knights off NCAA round.
Yeah, this year it hasn't been the win totals of past seasons for St. Norbert's squad, but freshmen like Allie Sanders and Emily Bill provide youthful energy and an offensive push, while senior Naomi Balloon brings veteran presence up front. In the crease, like we said, Markel battled hard between the pipes, keep the Knights in games night after night. Even though St. Norbert averages fewer goals than Adrian, their defensive-first approach and commitment to structure have kept them in contention within the conference, and against Adrian in particular, they'll look to generate scoring chances off the rush and on special teams.
Now we look over to the Bulldogs. Kira Stack in net once again. She leads the NCAA with 7 shutouts. Sophie Lacola will be on defense. Now we have the big 3, if you will. The Bulldogs up front, Johnson, Ben, and Pomerleau, each with 15 goals to pace the Bulldogs. Elizabeth Sturgeon, freshman, will be the other defenseman here for the Bulldogs on the back end. We're going to step aside here for a quick second, play the national anthem. And we got Bulldog and Green Knight hockey next. You're watching on ACTV.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as...
Welcome back. Puck drop just about to get underway. Bulldogs and Knights getting set for game 2. Throw it over to you for a few of your keys to the game before we get underway.
Yeah, so for Adrian, they have to stay disciplined and let the power play go to work. Early in the game yesterday, we seen a couple of penalties go against the Bulldogs team, and that really kind of thwarted their attack early in the first period. They have to use shot volume to wear down St. Norbert's defense, jump out early, and really, St. Norbert, they struggle in the second period. We saw that last night, and as we move to the second, I think if the Bulldogs strike first here early, we could have a good one moving forward.
Johnson lines up against Charchenko, and we are set to get underway. Faceoff is won back by the Green Knights. They get to center ice and dump it in. All the way across, picked up there by Holzer. Holzer knocked off stride by Lacola. Chipped in deep on it is Sturgeon. Sturgeon hits it away from Stabades. Battle for it in the corner. Johnson comes up with it. Still battling there. Stabades. Puck played around. Sturgeon plays it up to Courtney Ben. Ben alone as Johnson goes off for a change. Pomerleau in behind with her. Puck is chipped out and back on it is Parker Bayer. Bayer plays it along to Richardson. Too low, or excuse me, Ben. Ben gets it out to center ice. A quick regroup and they are right back in. Pieper. Shot just goes wide under the glove hand of Kira Stack. Puck is played in. Richardson. Back to Metaliano. She goes cross ice too low. Low comes outside. Drops it back to Carpenter. Carpenter walks in. That shot just goes wide. Pinching down is Richardson. Richardson throws it across the blue paint. Nobody there. Bayer retreats. She cuts it off here at center ice. Lesnar battling with Bayer. Sanders chips it in. Richardson covers for Bayer. Puck gets through towards the front of the net. Falling there was Sanders. Now they go off for a change. Richardson back with it. Richardson, long stretch pass just over the stick of Carpenter. Should be enough for icing, and it will. 18-19 to go here in the first period.
Oh, that's a tough first icing call for the Bulldogs. It was a long stretch for this line here, and not a whole lot of whistles early on. That's what we saw last night. I believe if my math was correct, looking at the first period stats, there was only 9 faceoffs in the entirety of the first period, so a pretty up and down game.
Faceoff one back to St. Norbert. They play it down deep. Puck ricochets off the boards, and smartly Stack covers up, and the Bulldogs will get that all-important change.
Yeah, it's a nice cover up there by Stack to give the Bulldogs a change, like he said. 2 faceoffs here, defensive end. Norbert, that was really an opportunity there, kind of catch the Bulldogs flat-footed as they were a little gassed.
This faceoff is won back once again by St. Norbert. This time Emily Bill wins it back. She plays it back to the blue line. Jacobson, she takes a long-range shot. Stack never saw it, did make the stop. Puck is still loose out front. Puck is played out. Now the Bulldogs look to get going as Simon chips it out to center ice. Back on it is Streck. Sturgeon comes back with it. Sort of a change right in front of their net. Klein dumps it down deeper. Jacobson gives it away. Simon off the boards to Sturgeon. Sturgeon one-timer. That shot just goes wide. Roush plays it in the middle of the ice to Streck. Streck by herself and now has support. Charchenko in after it as Streck dumps it deep. Charchenko plays it back down. Lacola plays it to Klein. Klein, one-touch pass. Simon gets hooked up on the play. Or excuse me, Reardon does. Referee keep those hands down. On Charchenko once again dumps it in behind Stack. Back on it is Lacola. Lacola gets checked immediately. Charchenko comes away with it. To Stabades. Back to the line. Healy fakes the shot and gets it through, and that goes just wide once again. Klein chips it out, can't get it out. Shot, long-range shot, nobody in front. Stack covers once again, but St. Norbert carrying the majority of the play early in this one.
Yeah, a lot of offensive zone time here for the Green Knights. Not really what the Bulldogs looking to do. especially in these rivalry games where you know one goal can kind of change momentum, the Bulldogs might be playing a little bit too defensively and kind of just bogging down. They're not playing freely. It's good, obviously you want to keep the puck out of the net, but sometimes when you play that bog down, it's hard to get offense going.
Yeah, they played well in the first period last night. The Bulldogs had 5 first period shots. Very low total here. This one's chipped off the boards by Ben. Pomerleau races, throws it in front, sticked away. Puck comes all the way back to the blue line. Haley Simon dumps it down. Now Ben takes a run, and she's going to sit for 2 minutes. Ava Anik draws that call. Delayed penalty. St. Norbert chips it in. They might get another one there as Simon trips up. I believe that was Pieper. Regardless, we will get a whistle, and Courtney Ben will sit 2 minutes for body contact.
Well, very similar to what we saw last night in the game, an early penalty for the Bulldogs. We've seen the contrast of the power play units of both these squads. Bulldogs very powerful and very efficient, over 34%, where the Green Knights not so much. But when you have an evenly contested match like this, you really can't give them any advantage.
Yeah, they gave them 4 power plays last night. Big go 4 for 4 on the kill. Got to think eventually, though, one will fall for Norbert. Zerwick, cross to Healy, back to Zerwick. Zerwick locks, lays it back just out of the reach of Pieper. That is played all the way down the ice. Back on it is Sydney Zerwick. Zerwick's going to take it herself. Simon and Johnson on the penalty kill up front for the Bulldogs. Puck is played just out of the reach of Whitkoff. That is played around by Kaylee Simon and out to center ice. Lesnar plays it back to Zerwick. This puck's in the feet. That is chopped back down all the way. Nothing going much here in the first 55 seconds of this power play. Lesnar. She's going to skate it in, dump it in. Back on it is Simon. Simon whacks that one around, getting to the blue line and out. It is past the stick of Anik and now taken away. Hunter Reardon is away with Pomerleau, and she passed it up. I think she might regret that one, just out of the reach of Pomerleau. Now here comes Holzer. Holzer gets checked. Reardon backhands that one out to center ice. 35 seconds to go in this power play. Zerwick. Nice backhand pass to Healy, poked away once again. Reardon has it again. Chips it by. It's knocked down on the play. Referees keep the hand down. This puck is left here. Johnson chips that one back to the line, and Reardon once again. Bulldogs penalty killing perfectly here. Reardon still with it, and then does get stick checked. 15 seconds to go in the power play. Wickland, she's away on the right side. She takes a shot. That one is blocked, stung. That one is handed towards the net. Referee does call hand pass. The faceoff will be outside. 5 seconds to go in that roughing penalty to Courtney Ben.
Yeah, that's actually a big call there to have the hand pass with only 5 seconds left in the power play. Bulldogs, we're going to get Courtney Ben out of the box right away after the draw pretty much. And like going back to the play with Reardon and Pomerleau, we saw that happen almost one time last week, whereas Pomerleau dished it off to someone else, and just a slight miss on the pass there from Reardon. I don't hate the decision to pass it up and have an open goal on the other side, but you got to be perfect in those scenarios.
Puck is dumped back in once again. Bulldogs back to even strength. Right off the wards, it's Beyer. Chips it up, Ben. Johnson spins around, gets that one to center ice. Plays it up to Simon. Simon one-on-one. Takes the shot. That one's blocked. Johnson the rebound. That one stopped. Big save there early from Kiera Markle. Bulldogs finally get some offensive zone time.
Bulldogs really coming out with a lot of pace here. You can tell, like you said earlier in the broadcast here, it's going to be hard for the Green Knights to come out. And 2 games in 20 hours, it's really tough, especially coming off of a 7+ hour drive coming here from just about Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Puck is reversed in behind the net. Anik has it. Plays it off the boards. Does get out. Maddie Lowe pressures. Haley Simon can't win that battle. Puck is played back. Cross ice just out of the reach of Metaliano. Stabides chips it by Sturgeon. Bulldogs recovering. Puck is played back. Spun towards the net is Holzer. Knocked away by Sturgeon. Sturgeon back to Simon. Haley Simon weaving, plays it off the boards, just out of the reach, and now here comes Lesnar. Right back, Lesnar steps up. She takes a long-range shot, blockered away to the corner. Simon Plays it to Castle. She gets it out to center ice. Healy's there with it. Takes the pass, and she's just going to walk through. She's going to shoot. That one just goes wide. Puck caroms all the way back to the blue line. Dumped in again. Pinching this time is Wicklund. Maddie Lowe can't get it out. Now the Bulldogs in Reardon. Nice move at center ice. Hunter Reardon is away, using her speed to the outside. Throws it back in front. No Bulldog there. Green Knights chip it off the glass, and that will go all the way down. Will be an icing now for the Green Knights.
Well, like we said, up and down, just about 8 minutes into the period. A lot of good pace we have in here. I remember seeing the game last weekend between Adrian and Dubuque. A little slower pace, obviously, but now both teams really coming out firing and really wanting to get that first goal.
That top line hops over the boards for head coach Chad Davis. One back to the line is Richardson. Cross ice to Courtney Ben. Ben takes a shot. That one goes just wide. Ben scored the opening goal from a acute angle in last night's game. Stack plays it up to Pomerleau. Pomerleau chips it to Johnson. Johnson chips it the rest of the way. Back on it is Zerwick. Is played to the line. Having trouble with it is Witkoff. And now Bayer. Bayer leaves it for Ben. Stick checked, and that is played back to Richardson. Richardson back in past to Bayer. Madden chips this one to Sanders. Richardson cuts her off. And taken by Carpenter. Played around to Ben. Ben backhands this one to Pomerleau just over her stick. They go off for a change. Played off the board, Sanders. Sanders pressured by Carpenter and Lowe. Gets center ice, dumps it in. Simon cuts that one off. And she's going to send it all the way down just under the stick of Metaliano. And it will be another icing for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the puck just got the stick right before the red line, so an easy call for the referee. Good effort there by Lowe to try to chase it down, but unfortunately just got passed for an icing call. Bulldogs, I feel like they've had more of the better opportunities here despite only putting 2 shots on net.
Face-off, scramble draw, one back. Streck with it. Streck, nice pass. Puck is played out front. Still loose. Sturgeon blocked that one. Stack pops back up on her feet. Italiano. It's Bill. Kept in by Pacino at the line. Now Maddie Lowe comes away with it. Lowe with Metaliano. It's stick check there. Scramble for it. 2-on-2. Sturgeon heads off for a change. Referee telling the players to move it. They don't seem to be cooperating. Still, no, the puck does come loose and chipped out to center ice. Race for it. Lacole is going to get there first. Diving play at center ice. Reardon chips it by too low. Right in front of the penalty box, and now Lesnar comes away with it. Lesnar takes a shot. Puck goes wide. Stabeeds picks that one up. Nate Norbert back to the line. Lesnar walks in, shot. Stack had a little trouble with it, but does hold on for the whistle. Stay connected with all the action by following @AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow @AdrianCollegeTV today. Bayer lays it up. Simon chips it by Lesnar. Simon with Klein. Simon from a sharp angle off the pad. Big save there, just out of the reach of Klein for the rebound. Bayer, they go right back in. Simon once again with Klein. Simon stops, pops, just over the stick of Reardon, and she had a golden opportunity. Puck is dumped in behind Stack. He's rimmed around, comes all the way back to Healy. Green Knights. Nice pass to Grabnowski. Klein stick checks her. Lays it back in front of the Bulldog bench. Fresh on the ice is Pomerleau. Pomerleau chips it off the boards to herself. Healy steps up. Pomerleau takes her down. Johnson. Grabnowski Byer had Johnson for a second, tried to get it to her, and Healy comes away with it. Now a chance here for the Green Knights. Big save from Stack, way out of her crease to cut down the angle. She makes her 6th save.
Boy, just look how far Kira Stack comes out of the crease to make this save. Absolutely cutting down the angle. A pretty much open opportunity for the Green Knights on the far side there, and Stack comes up huge. 6 saves already in the first 11 minutes.
Simon plays this one off the boards and out. That gets by everyone. Sent back down and winning the race is Allison Jacobson.
Well, the Bulldogs, they got their power line on here with Ben, Pomerleau, and Johnson, but they just can't get an offensive zone draw to really capitalize on it.
Bulldogs still sitting at that 2-shot total.
Yeah, that's very surprising. They've had a lot of opportunities, just can't put a shot on net or close. Just
Donnelly plays that cross ice. Shot coming in wide, never got there. Simon blocked it. Simon chips it to the line. Ben, stick check there, and puck is played back in. The Green Knights, some go off for a change, and Stack, regardless of that, still going to hold for another face-off.
Yeah, Bulldogs going for a full line change there after getting caught on the ice with the icing call. Still a lot of opportunity, a lot of possession here for the Green Knights in the O zone, but the Bulldogs have had a lot of opportunities on their side, just haven't really been able to keep it on their O zone.
Yeah, Bulldogs have had quite a few odd man rushes, just really haven't got anything towards Markel. Puck is played out, now a race for it. Carpenter and Roush. Roush comes back, picks that one off, and she's going to take it herself. Dumps it in, taking a stumble is Bill. Emily Bill plays it back, and the Green Knights will regroup. To Donnelly. Donnelly up the boards. Lowe gets knocked down. Streck. Buck comes to Lowe, and she's going to whack it in. Markel leaves it there for Anik. Nice play there from Carpenter, diving into the boards to keep that one in. Gives Streck a shove. Reverse to Donnelly. Donnelly spins away from Italiano. Madden. Centering pass taken away. Now taken back by Charchenko. Nice stretch pass. In is Streck. She's just going to dump it in, go off for a change. Richardson gets checked immediately by Charchenko. Emma Simon chips it to herself, plays it in front of Italiano. Wasn't expecting it. Stevens back to the line. That shot comes through, tipped just over top of the net. Simon chips it off the boards. Carpenter comes back and she grabs it. She skates behind Stack. Just flips that one to blue line, does get out, and Simon picks it off. Simon gets center ice, can't. Gets checked and can't get it deep. Puck is played back in, Stack. Leaves it there. Castle. Her cross ice pass gets knocked down. Pieper comes in. On the boards, a nice pass there. Reardon comes in. She's all by herself. 1-on-3. Reardon through the skates. Does get it back. And Klein gets leveled. And that is going to be a power play for the Bulldogs. Abby Pieper levels Annalise Klein. They're going to call interference. Let's see it here.
Boy, just two bodies colliding there. An absolutely big hit near the boards as well. Well, Bulldogs get their chance in the power play here about middle of the second third of the first period.
Bulldogs do this 5-forward look. Once again, played back to the line of Johnson. Johnson spins away from a check and plays it down. Just out of the reach of Simon. Courtney Ben. The blue line takes a shot. Comes to Pomerleau. Back to Ben. To Pomerleau. To Ben. Ben walks in. She takes a shot. That's up high. Blockered way into the air and whacked back to the line. Courtney Ben and Johnson switch spaces. Johnson takes a shot. That one gets through, and that's in. We're talking about special teams, and the Bulldogs capitalize first. It's Johnson's 16th. Bulldogs in front 1-0.
Well, like you said, from the right point, Johnson let it go. Not sure if it hit a body or not, but the short side there beats the glove side of Markel. Bulldogs strike first. We talk about their power play, just unbelievable, 34%, and they take advantage right off of the opening draw within about, what is that, less than 30 seconds. They scored on the man advantage. That's a really big goal going towards the latter part of this first period.
Coach Chad Davis wants an explanation about something. Might be an ice issue down near Stack. You can see her with her skate.
And they're bringing the water bottle out.
30 seconds exactly into the power play. Johnson gets the Bulldogs on the board at 14:05.
That's Riley Johnson's team-leading 16th goal on the year to go along with 16 assists.
Courtney Ben will pick up a helper as well. That's her 9th, and she's up to 24 points. We still have some difficulties here in the blue paint. You can see on your screen. Stack is satisfied. We will play on. 5:55 to go in the opening period. Bulldogs with a 1-goal lead, and it's going to be icing right off the draw. Referee had her hand up, actually. They wave it off. Puck has played the length of the ice. No icing here. Pomerleau races down. Jacobson with it. Plays it up the boards. Off the boards, nice play by Breyer on Marchenko, and then sent the rest of the way by Stabids. Richardson has a little bit of trouble with it. Pins her to the board. Johnson in there battling right behind Stack. Puck comes loose to Pomerleau. Pomerleau plays it back. Didn't realize there was somebody there, and a chance right out front. Big pickpocket, by Johnson. All alone in front of the net. Lesnar plays this one to Wicklund. Lesnar pinches down in. Puck comes free, side of the net. Big save by Stack. Green Knights pressing. Puck played in front to Lesnar. Simon picks that one off, and she's away. Emma Simon chips it past Anik. Center to Reardon. The puck is played out to center ice. Sturgeon with it. Plays to Simon. One-touch pass, intercepted. Now here they go once again. Witkoff comes in. She takes a shot. That one's sticked aside and out of play by Sturgeon.
The Green Knights do a really good job, and when they dump the puck in from one side of the red line, there's always another sweater coming down the opposite way, so it's not easy for the Bulldogs to just collect the puck behind the net and work it around to the opposite side.
Face-off one here. Puck is played up the board. Simon gets checked. Green Knights come away with it at center ice. Off the boards is Madden. She dumps it in. Madden cuts that one off once again. She stays with it. Maddie Madden trying to work it all the way to Stack by herself, and she does. Green Knights, we got an offensive zone face-off.
A lot of offensive zone draws here for the Knights in this period. I'd be curious to see what the stats are after the break. It almost seems like St. Norbert might be getting a little desperate just this early into the first period. They're just kind of throwing shots at net, and I think that's how they're going to get their first goal. It's really hard to beat Stack just straight up. You're going to have to get some kind of tip or some kind of rebound.
Referees waved that icing off once again. Puck is played. Roush chips that one by Simon. That's Bill. Beyer checks her, comes away with the puck. Beyer, nice pass, the middle of the ice to Metaliano. Has Maddie Lowe with her. Offside, delayed offside as Lowe Lowe went in too early. Metaliano took too long. Back on it is Simon. To Beyer. Now taken away. Charchenko from a tough angle. Throws it towards the net. Puck is loose. Stack makes the save. Pomerleau chips it out to center ice. Green Knights regroup once again. Stabeeds calling for it, does get it, chips it in. Bayer, a nice play, and then Donnelly runs into Carpenter. Those two exchange words.
Yep.
Puck played to center ice. Jacobson across to Donnelly. Nice touch pass. In stride. Grabanowski's shot. That one hit a stick and went over top of Stack. Ben, backhand cross ice to Pomerleau. Hit the skate of Donnelly. Now full speed. Pieper chips that one in, and that's going to be sent all the way down for another Bulldog icing. 2:24 to go in the opening period.
A lot of good connecting passes from both squads in this one so far. I think the Green Knights just have the advantage in that category so far, is that they're really going tape to tape. You can tell the chemistry is there. For the Bulldogs, it's just getting away from them just a little bit, and that's why they only have 5 shots on net, but they lead it where the category matters most.
Green Knights with 8 shots. Johnson backhands this around. Ben is there, and that hops over the stick. Referee says no ice. Anik plays it to Wickland off the stick of Klein. Madden pressures Reardon. Reardon gets it back. Sturgeon. She makes a move and spins back. Sturgeon still with it, plays it off the stick of Madden. Almost hit the scoreboard. That's chopped in, and Klein goes after it. Simon, stick check there, and that puck gets out. Chipped off the boards once again. Sanders is away. 2-on-1. Sanders takes a shot. Stack out a piece. Deflected to the corner. Simon chips that one deep. Zerowicz leaves that one for Healy. Healy up the board. Sanders lays it right back to Zerowicz. Roush. Zerowicz dumps this one in. Reardon comes away with it. Reardon and Castle collide. Reardon chips it out to center ice. Zerowicz, 1 minute to go in this opening period. Emily Bill chips this one in, stays after it. Bill with it. Stops at the line. Reardon checks her. Lacola tries to get it to low. Puck is intercepted. Nice move there from Reardon. Reardon falls right in front of the bench. Now another regroup. Green Knights are away once again. Healy dumps this one in. Right on it is Holzer. Italiano gets checked immediately by Streck. Puck is played to center ice. Healy spins, fires, dumps it in once again. Back on it is Castle. Castle backhands it up. Italiano tried to get it to Carpenter, unsuccessful. Charchenko gets ridden to the boards and stays with it. Italiano. Puck is played in behind Stack. Stabeeds, centering pass. Puck never got there. 5 seconds to go. Carpenter just plays that one to the corner. And that will do it for the opening period. Bulldogs lead where it matters, but the Green Knights holding play have a 9-5 shot advantage after 20 minutes.
Yeah, a really good first period we saw from both sides. I'm just amazed at this strategy from the Green Knights that we're seeing. It's almost impossible for the Bulldogs to get the puck out of their own D zone when the Green Knights dump it in. They dump it in on one side of the ice, and then they automatically have another green sweater coming down and meeting the Bulldogs at the other end. That's really how Adrian College has just lacked the kind of presence in them moving it out. That's why they really only have 5 shots on net. It's really just been tough because they can't get the puck out of their own D zone. I'm going to see how we look at these the face-offs in the defensive end for the Bulldogs, how many there really were. But Green Knights controlling a lot of the tempo here early on.
Yeah, you mentioned face-offs. The Bulldogs went there was 18 total face-offs, and the Green Knights won 12 of them. So right there, 68%-ish that they are holding play. We talked to head coach A.J. Aiken, and he says their plan to score was forechecking in behind Stack. They've done that successfully. They need net front presence. They could probably use a bit more of that. We've seen a few point shots come through. Stack doesn't really seem deteriorated. She just really, everything she sees, she's going to stop. And then get the D involved. We've seen a few point shots. We've seen nice D-to-D passes from the Green Knights. Overall, really good period for St. Norbert. But like you said, the Bulldogs do have the lone goal. Once again, special teams playing a big part in that opening period.
Yeah, I mean, I think for St. Norbert, you have to get a couple more shots from the point, like you said. They really have only worked on the right side of the ice, and they're going to work on the left side, I think, because they really got to get some more shots from the point. Look for those tips. There was one dangerous tip that we saw probably early in the first period where Stack didn't really see it. It kind of tipped off of a Green Knight stick and went over the crossbar. So I think if St. Norbert can get a couple more opportunities like that and have that net front presence, like you said, then maybe they could net a goal here. The second period coming up is going to be huge. They've been outscored in the second period for the whole season. I'm going to pull up the stats here quick, but their second period stats are not too good. They do outshoot the opponents, but that's just the opponents you play. But for a very surprising reason, they get outscored in the second period, which is it's very shocking to see.
It's 18-14 right there. And they've outscored opponents 17-7 in the first and then 15-9 in the third. So the second period, a little bit of a lull. We saw that yesterday, the Bulldogs capitalizing with 2 of them and ultimately winning the game 2-1. We're going to step aside for the intermission. Riley Johnson from Courtney Ben is the only goal, and the Bulldogs head to the locker room with a 1-0 lead. You're watching NCAA Women's Division III Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
I'm a special special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
These students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
After the first period, second period coming up.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1:15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs leading the Green Knights of St. Norbert 1-0 after 20 minutes, although the Green Knights really dominated most of the play, except for that power play goal by Riley Johnson, her 16th, leading the Bulldogs. Courtney Ben picking up an assist, but really we went to break talking about the face-offs and got some stats here, and the Bulldogs really getting dominated in every direction on the draw.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the pace of play and how St. Norbert has really dominated. If you look at the stats, there have been 12 face-offs inside of the Bulldogs' end and only 3 inside of the Green Knights and only 3 in the neutral zone as well. the Green Knights have won 12 and they've lost 6, so they hold a pretty good advantage as far as the faceoffs go. Leading the way for St. Norbert is Emily Bill. She's got 5 wins and 1 loss. And for the Bulldogs, Riley Johnson only 3 and 5 on the draw, and Carly Carpenter 0 for 5. So I think really moving into the second period, that's definitely one of the topics that head coach Chad Davis has really harped on, is say, hey, we got to win the draw, right? I think that was a topic that our partner Ackerman talked about last night moving into the second period, is that when you lose the draw right off the bat, it can be really hard to kind of make anything happen. And when you've had a game where you're down on the shot categories 5-9 in terms of shot on goal, that you really just got to have some kind of opportunity. Now, I'm curious to see how this is really going to play forward with, we talked about the Green Knights and their strategy to kind of dump it in on one end and then have a player meet him on the other end. I wonder how that's going to work when we have to flip sides here and move to, they play on the opposite ends of the bench.
You got the long change. We'll see how that plays. Green Knights dominating in the little things, but the Bulldogs with the 1-goal lead. We are underway. Sydney Zurwick gets the line, dumps it over the head of Beyer. Stack leaves it there. Puck is played around the boards. Nice pass to Riley Johnson just out of her reach. Zurwick dumps that one in, taken away. Johnson has it. Plays it to Pomerleau. Pomerleau chips it off the boards to herself. Pomerleau spins back to Beyer. Beyer shoots. That one gets through and it's in. Tip shot and scores. Parker Beyer with her 6th goal of the year extends the lead to 2.
Well, we talked about winning the draw. There's Beyer from the right dot, kind of gets a tip, and it goes to the back. And then Bulldogs double the lead, win the draw off the bat, and then they come down and score within the first 35 seconds of the second period, just to the dismay of the Green Knights.
Yeah, it looked like that one was tipped, but you saw Johnson's reaction pointed right back to Beyer. Wonder if that went off a Green Knight. The Bulldogs are right back in. Pass across. Klein couldn't get her stick on it. Away is Pieper. Leaves it there. And the Bulldogs take it away. Off the stick of Klein on the opposite side of the red line, but she does win the race. Klein spins off the back of the net. Can't get it towards. Left there for Reardon. Reardon, cross ice pass. Shot comes through. That one never got home. Lesnar blocked that one. Simon again. Leaves it for Reardon. Reardon walks out, still with it. Reardon still with it. Walks around. Back to the line once again, right in the slot. Simon can't get a good shot off, and now here comes the Golden Knights once again. Wickland takes a long shot, bounces right in front of Stack. She plays it to the corner. Lacola plays it high off the glass. Should be enough for icing, and it will. Another face-off down deep in the Bulldogs' end.
I think on the last possession there with Reardon underneath the net, she went for the slot pass, which is a good idea, obviously, because you have the player there, but she had a player wide open on the left point here, where they could have had another opportunity. With right before that, she actually had a cross-ice pass to the right point, which they got a good shot in, and that's exactly how they scored the first goal of the second period.
Sturgeon plays that one around the boards. Left there, nice touch pass and nice move. Gets poke checked at the line. Puck doesn't get out. Long range shot, blocked away to the corner. On it is Sanders. Sanders walks out of the corner, still with it. Backhand shot, scores! I believe that was tipped at the side of the net. Just like that. Game 1 deja vu. Bulldogs get out to a 2-0 lead. St. Norbert gets the third.
A really good opportunity there down in front. Coming around, it was Sanders. And then right there in the back end, Whipkoff. Just a really nice play. Got to the backhand. Whipkoff finished it up. 2-1. Another ball game.
That's Whitkoff's 7th of the year. Leads this St. Norbert team. Puck is played around the boards. Here they go again. Emily Bill chips it by Beyer. Bill still with it from a sharp angle. That never got there. Puck laid back to the line. Dumped in. Zurwick in behind the net. Taken away there. Nice center ice pass off the stick of Italiano. Zurwick. Across to Healy. Nearly two. Dumps that one in. Charchenko after it. Off the boards, nice cross-ice pass. It went in between Lowe and Carpenter. It's going to be another icing call and another face-off right to the right of Stack.
Yeah, we kept talking about those face-offs in the defensive end, and Stack just beat on that goal, unfortunately, but I think she's still playing strong. Got 12 shots against, 11 saves. Just a backdoor opportunity that the Green Knights took advantage of.
Face-off, one back, Bayer. Leaves that one for Richardson. Richardson and Italiano. Italiano comes away with it. Nice cross-ice pass there. Taken down. Puck is still loose. Richardson chips at the length. And back on it is Pacino. She reverses that one. Stabeeds gets poke checked there by Pomerleau, fresh off the bench. Nice spin move there from Anik. That is thrown hard off the boards. Bulldogs come away with it. Lacola dumps that one just out of the reach of Ben. On it is Johnson. Johnson stick check there. Reverse to Pacino. Pacino with a nice move and a pass. Off the stick of Charchenko. Lacola gets it right back from Simon. Lacola is going to take it herself. Long range shot. That one goes wide. Johnson to Richardson, fresh off the bench. Richardson gets poke check. Johnson does get it back. Plays it into Ben. Ben played back to the line. Intercepted there. Wickling comes away for the Green Knights. Pieper played that cross ice. Fresh off the bench is Jacobson. She chips it in. Wickland after it. Grabanowski rides her to the boards. Kept in at the blue line, turned over. Witkoff hounding the Bulldog defense. Witkoff chips it down deep. Sanders, she gets it taken away from Richardson. That's chipped. Johnson around the boards. Can't get it out. Kept there by Madden. Johnson plays it back to Sturgeon. Sturgeon with a nice move. Sturgeon got to get rid of it. Gets checked. Taken away. Reversed back into the Bulldogs' line. Richardson and Johnson probably looking to just hold it there and get a whistle. 3 Bulldogs and only 2 Knights. I'm just going to sit here. Referee says play it. They're not listening. Puck does come loose, and the Green Knights come away with it. Big hit there right in front of the net. No call. Zerwick catches that one. She gets knocked down by Pomerleau. We play on. Pomerleau towards the front of the net. Johnson couldn't get a stick on it. This line's been on forever. They finally get off. Johnson stays on. Pace is picking up now. Physicality starting to show. Zerwick comes away with it. Johnson's been on for about 2.5 minutes. Finally does get off. Klein chips that one deeper. Donnelly plays it off the boards behind the net. Played to the blue line and not out. Taken there, Zerwick again. 3-on-3. Zerwick walks in, shoots. That one's blocked to the corner. Simon with it. Simon gets checked immediately. Turned away. Puck caroms to the slot. Puck is still loose. Green Knights still have a chance. They reverse it down deep. Still there is Holzer. Holzer plays it out front. Can't get a stick on it. And Klein can't get it out. She spins back. Simon off the boards, given away. That one's chipped in by Healy. Finally, the Bulldogs have some possession, but the Green Knights are right back on them. Bulldogs can't get it out. Turned over once again. Charchenko with a shot, and that one is covered by Stack. Chaos early in this second period. Ready to explore your Adrian future? Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/scholarship-day.
I was worried we weren't going to get in that ad read.
Referee's dropping the puck quick here.
A lot of time between whistles here.
Puck goes to the corner. Play has been all in the Bulldogs' end. Still only with 7 shots. 27 minutes into this one. Lacola, she's going to take it herself. Cola on the left side. Shot, and that one saved by Markel. Italiano, that shot gets blocked. Italiano again, that one's blocked again. You tell the Green Knights bench is into this one, banging their sticks on every blocked shot. Tripped up, center ice. Referees keep the hands down. That one's off the stick of Lacola. Checks to see if it's all right. That puck is played hard around the boards. Stopped up there. Reverse to Lacola. Italiano chips that one. Puck doesn't get out. Puck comes back in. Sanders again. She's been dominating. Sanders leaves it there. Overskated is Jacobson. Pacino dumps this one. Given away. Sanders in the slot. And that one's blocked again. Jacobson gets taken hard to the boards, and that one is going to be called. St. Norbert dominating this one. Claire Castle will sit. Now here we go again. Special teams once again dominated by the Bulldogs in these 2 games, but St. Norbert with a chance right here.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say that the physicality is really ramped up in this one. We saw it earlier about the 16 or 17 minute mark, and I thought the referees were going to have to call at least something in order to, kind of push the players back, and they can't really have however they want.
Richardson. Simon took that draw instead of Johnson. Simon won it. And Green Knights do come away with it. Now they set up. Johnson doing a nice job pressuring. Puck is played back to the line. Zerwick walks, fakes the shot, passes to Pieper. In front, tip shot, big save from Stack. Tip shot in the slot, played back to Zerwick. One-time shot, that one's blocked to the corner. Johnson's after it. Healy checks her. Johnson chips it by. Bayer has time. Gets it on her forehand. Plays it off the glass and down. Johnson left the zone early. Almost got there first. Zerwick plays it off the boards. Wickland, she gets checked, and that one's chipped down the rest of the way. Emma Simon and Johnson go off.
Much needed change there for Adrian College.
50 seconds gone by. Pieper doesn't get center ice, but it is deflected off Richardson. That puck is played down the ice. Lesnar. She gets checked by Pomerleau. Lesnar stays with it. Pomerleau checks her. Lesnar still comes away with it. Puck is played down to Madden. Now wraparound chance. Nobody home there. Reardon comes away with it. Reardon still with it. Plays to Pomerleau, and she will just send it the rest of the way. Glove down and played by Markel. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Played off the boards. Simon goes after it. Holzer gets there first. Green Knights come away with it. Lesnar. She plays catch with Grabanowski. Puck is played to the slot. Nobody there, and that will be sent down the ice by Carly Carpenter, and that will just about do it. Bulldogs penalty kill stands tall once again. That one is sent the rest of the way. They're going to say Richardson had a chance to play it. See if that penalty kill grabs some momentum back for the Bulldogs. And that puck is played to the line. Jacobson sends it back in. Now that puck deflected away. Maddie Lowe comes away with Carpenter. Lowe stops, plays it down deep. Carpenter gets there first. Is played by Jacobson. Now Johnson, fresh off the bench, steals that one. Lowe gets checked. Johnson comes away with it. Johnson, cross ice pass, fresh off the bench. Sturgeon from a sharp angle. That one goes high and wide. Roush plays it to Bill. Bill chips that one in. Johnson there first, plays it up the boards. Streck off the boards. She jumps that one in. Back on it is Lacola. Johnson pressured there by Anik. Finally, the puck does come away out of the zone. Zerwick jumps that one back in. Lacola plays that one off the glass. Ben chips it to Johnson. Johnson dumps that one in. May go off for a change. Zurwick. Nice moves. Glove down, and now here come the Bulldogs. Emma Simon is away, 3-on-2, has a lane to the net, shoots, patted away, rebound shot, scores! Backdoor pass and a tap-in for Annalise Klein. Bulldogs extend that lead back to 2.
Just a tremendous effort there from Simon to have it happen. Might get a goaltender change here, and we are. It's Plachetka coming in for Markel after 3 goals. A substitution here for the Green Knights, but an unbelievable effort there from the Bulldogs. Just kept getting bogged down and bogged down. They can't barely escape the zone. Finally, they get an opportunity to come away with it in an odd man rush going the other way, and they take advantage of it. That's got to just be a killer for the Green Knights.
Green Knights dominating. Bulldogs 3 goals on 11 shots. St. Norbert back down 2, but right back in. Battled for it, and Nick keeps it in. Plays that one off the stick of Stack. Bayer comes away with it, and Klein. Puck is played back to the blue line. Pacino. She winds, shoots, pads, saves, Stack. Rebound was cleared to the corner. Simon comes away with it. Simon got the assist on that goal. Covered up by Plachetka.
Finally get an offensive zone draw here for the Bulldogs. The Green Knights just doing all of the dirty work down in the opposite end, and I just keep thinking of that one meme where it's like, they can't keep getting away with this. Every time Bulldogs just get an opportunity there, they take advantage. 11 shots on net, and they got 3 goals.
Yeah, Bulldogs only 6 shots on goal this period, only 5 in the first, but they have 3 goals. It's got to be devastating. If you are St. Norbert carrying the majority of the play, a nice step up there from Sturgeon. Sends it down the length of the ice. Will be enough for icing. Right after the Bulldogs get an offensive zone faceoff, Norbert once again will get yet another one.
Yeah, Bulldogs got that power line out there. Ben Johnson and Pomerleau, but again, just caught in their own end. It's going to be really difficult to get it out. They just got to connect passes more. I think they're trying to take it too much of a one-on-one scenario, and the Green Knights just have too much. They're collapsing on the puck very well.
Out face-off was won back by Johnson, but the Green Knights come away with it. Block shot there. Puck doesn't get out. Ben on the block there. Touch pass out front. Stack covers it up. St. Norbert keeps this pressure on. 6:48 to go in the second period.
Well, you can see why Kira Stack is one of the best in the country, one of the stars last night. Just does an unbelievable job at keeping the puck out of the net. Really holds her own, especially with a lot of pressure down here in her own end.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Italiano back to Lacola. To Bayer. Off the boards, out of the reach of Lowe. Dumped right back into the Bulldog zone. Lacola. Nice pass, center ice, too low. Stabeeds with a nice play. Puck is played into the Bulldog zone. Off the skate of Stabeeds, she goes right off for a change. Roush plays it off the boards. Nice step up there from Bayer, plays it to an open wing. On it is Lesnar. Lesnar chips it out. Bulldogs will reset. Carpenter levels her check. That puck is played all the way down the ice. Referee says no icing. Lesnar gives it away. Low is Metaliano out front, didn't see her. Simon with a long-range shot, tipped in front, puck is loose. Plachetka doesn't have it, scores! Metaliano comes away with it. Somehow that sneaks through Plachetka, and Bulldogs up the lead to 3.
Well, they've done it again. Just a loose puck in front, scramble drill, and then with the stale legs of Plachetka, hasn't really been in a whole lot, so you come out, you got to make plays. It's really difficult to do.
Every opportunity the Bulldogs get, they've capitalized. Now St. Norbert in a big hole here. Get away with a trip off the draw. Sturgeon plays it to Simon. Simon off the boards to Ben. Madden getting hounded by Johnson. Spins off the check. Johnson stays with it. Johnson dumps it in. She will now reverse to Richardson. Plays it off the boards. It's taken there. Right back in are the Green Knights. Simon plays it around to Ben. Ben tries to hit Pomerleau. Pomerleau gets taken down by Bill. Also hitting the ice there was Streck. She gets up slowly but continues. Long range pass. That will be enough for icing. Don't miss Chase Matthew live at Adrian College on Saturday, March 21st at 7 p.m. for our spring concert. It's free for all Adrian College students, and tickets are available now at adriancollege.hometownticketing.com. That's March 21st, Chase Matthew at Adrian College. We're holding it down. Face off one back, shot right off the draw. Broken stick there. Bulldogs a bit shorthanded here. Jacobson, she shoots. That one goes wide, blocked by Richardson, who broke her stick with her glove. Played back to Jacobson. Across. Shot Donnelly. That one sticked away by Stacking out of play. Bulldogs weathering the storm.
This is a crucial last 4.5 minutes here for the Bulldogs. If they can go into the third period with a 3-goal advantage, then that is just going to be your best case scenario, obviously. And for the Green Knights, it's really just diminishing and disappointing because you have a lot of these opportunities. You're really doing a lot of the dirty work, like we said, down on the Bulldogs' end. You've pretty much controlled it. If we had a sheet saying, what percentage of the time.
Taken away. Simon tries to beat everyone, can't do so. Does get a shot off, patted aside by Plachetka. Simon stays with it. Now a chance here for St. Norbert. Charchenko just dumps that one in. Stack covers up once again, and we will do it again to the left of Kiera Stack.
Like I was saying, if we had a sheet that said what percentage of the time the puck was in each third, I think in the Bulldogs end, probably there around at least 50% of the time, if not more. Bulldogs, they've really have not had a lot of offensive zone time, but they make the most of their opportunities.
Klein gives that one away in the slot. Weak shot through. Covered by Stack. Stack up to 20 saves.
You have this kind of deficit for St. Norbert. I think getting a little desperate here, just trying to throw any kind of shot you can get on the net. You know those rebounds and those tips are crucial in order to get past Stack.
Face off one again. Zurich. Didn't like the shooting lane. Ben did a nice job. Back of the goal. Centered. Shot. Doesn't get through. Rebound. Saves. Still there. It's played to the corner. That puck is sent all the way down once again. Would be enough for icing, but Pomerleau uses her speed and gets there first. Healy reverses that one to Zerwick. Now another odd man rush once again. 3-on-2. Pieper. Grabanowski went to the bench. Nice pass, one-time shot. That one doesn't get through. Anik fanned on that one. Ben. Nice pass to Lowe. Lowe dumps that one in. Back on it is Anik. Dumped in. Back on it is Sanders once again. Nice body position by Bayer. Puck comes out front. Another penalty here from Carpenter. Going to be a high stick or interference or something. Or I'll be completely wrong. Hook works too. Regardless, it's 2 minutes. St. Norbert will head to the power play once again. You kind of get the feeling with 2:51 to go in the second, this is kind of a must score.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. St. Norbert, it must score here in this last 2 minutes on the power play. You've had a couple opportunities. The Bulldogs just done a really good job of killing it off, but you've had the offensive zone pressure even when you're going 5-on-5, but now you got 5-on-4, you got to have a goal.
Johnson chops that one out, and that one does clear back out to center ice. Zurwick. Pieper out of her reach. Dumped in by Richardson. Zurwick back on it. Tries to use her speed. Simon rides her off to the boards. Now Johnson's turn. Johnson chops that one deep. She will head off for a change. 30 seconds killed already. Pieper. Cross-links pass. Zurwick. Spins back. Bulldogs not allowing Norbert to get set up. Now here's a nice pass. Gronowski. Offside called as Holzer went in a little bit too early. Already 49 seconds gone by.
Yeah, neutral zone faceoff coming up. Just over 2 minutes left in the period. 71 seconds on the power play. I think the Bulldogs, or either St. Norbert, you got to win the faceoff here and kind of go to work right away.
Johnson and Simon are right back on the ice. Johnson wins this one back. Uses her skate, and Simon dumps that one the rest of the way. Minute to go in this power play. Anik plays it to Lesnar. Lesnar, miscommunication there, can't get it in. Shot off the linesman. 45 seconds to go. Here's a chance. Lesnar. She gets stick checked by Simon. Puck is loose. Trying to get it back to the point. Can't do so. Only 30 seconds to go, and now here's a chance. Lesnar back to Anik. She shoots off a skate of Lacola, deflected, but nobody there. Lesnar. Simon with a great play, and that's off the stanchion. Bounces over the stick of Lesnar. Anik. New Lesnar. Grabanowski, nice move around Johnson. Grabanowski, another nice move, but loses it. Puck is still loose, side of the net, jamming at it. Puck comes free. Just can't put one past Stack. Carpenter, fresh out of the box. Right back in. Now they're going to call a penalty on, believe, Norbert. It is going to be St. Norbert. It's going to be Grabanowski. I believe Simon drew that interference. Now the Bulldogs have a chance to put this game to bed.
That was a slashing call towards the end of the second period now. Right as they were changing it up, thought maybe it was going to get called for too many men. But essentially, Bulldogs kill off the power play. A very dangerous play there in front of Kira Stack. It looked like she was about to cover it up, and then the defense of the Bulldogs tried to whack it away almost to the dismay.
Taken away by Wickland. Wickland, these are the odd man rushes you really don't like. As the Bulldogs have 5 forwards on the power play. Any odd man rush, you're going to have a forward back playing as a defenseman. Johnson. Plays it to Pomerleau, and that one sticked aside, sent the length of the ice. Bulldogs with 15 seconds try and get one here, but I think they're content going to the locker room up 4-1. Nothing against. That one sent the length of the ice. That will just about do it on a period once again dominated by the Green Knights. Bulldogs win the period and extend the lead to 4-1.
Well, they'll come out with 81 seconds of power play opportunity, and that's what we saw at the beginning of the second period in last night's game. The Bulldogs began the period on the power play, so I think right off the bat, you're going to have your line out there, obviously with 15 minutes of rest, so they'll be fresh to start those 5 forwards yet again, and I think if you can win the draw off the bat, really go to work. I think the Bulldogs, if they can put one more in here, especially on the power play, that might just about do it. Look at the side shots on goal. Bulldogs still are losing in the category, 14-22, because like we've said all the game long, St. Norbert has just controlled the tempo, and they have controlled the puck in the offensive zone here against Adrian College. They just really have had a hard time getting it out, and I thought that with the side switching play that maybe St. Norbert was going to have trouble with their strategy, but I didn't think about this, is that it actually probably played to their advantage because the bench was closer to the offensive area of attack, so they can send that extra jersey down there and have a man right on the puck, whereas for Adrian College, you really have a hard time getting it out.
Yeah, what we thought was the start of a comeback. Allison Jacobson, the senior defenseman, scored to give them a little bit of life to trim it to 2-1, and then the Bulldogs just coming back, making it 3-1. And then Markel gets pulled for Plachetka. The Bulldogs score right again. Plachetka has given up 1 goal on 2 shots. Markel 3 goals on 8 shots, so you're not really getting the goaltending you need to compete at the top level. But I don't know what you're going to say of your head coach, A.J. Aiken. Your team's been the better team throughout the game. It's just been special teams once again. They're 0 for 3 on the power play, now 0 for 7 in this series. And their penalty kill isn't getting the job done either. The Bulldogs 2 for 4, pending what this power play ends up. Like you said, getting outshot by 8, 22-14. Kira Stack, once again, it's kind of been accustomed to seeing. She's just kind of a brick wall back there every which game. But St. Norbert really behind the 8 ball here, down 3-0. They're going to have to kill this minute 21 and then get on the attack and try to get something by Kira Stack.
Yeah, Kira Stack, brick wall right in front of the pipes there. And I think for St. Norbert, and if you're head coach, you know what you've done. You've had a really good game. You're moving forward. It's a really nice job, except just defensively, you really can't stop the puck. Bulldogs just, they keep getting away with it, as we've said. And they've had a really tough time defending, and that's why we've seen the goaltender change. So I think moving forward, especially into their final 4 games, they're going to try a little more defensively. And we know they don't score a whole lot of goals on offense, but they have the opportunities. They're there. They just can't get a whole lot of shots on net.
Bayer, Metaliano, and Klein, the 3 goal scorers in the second period. We'll take a break with the players. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Women's Division III Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
these students who have worked so hard to achieve what so many never achieve. This evening you join the select company of people who hold a baccalaureate degree or a master's degree. You join a privileged group of individuals, a minority of persons in this country, and an even smaller fraction from around the world who have had both the opportunity to pursue higher education and the intelligence, discipline, and determination to reach this goal. You should be very proud.
I will unquestionably miss being an Adrian College Bulldog. I will miss the pink flowers that light up the campus each spring, the dining halls that prompt exchanges of, "How's your day been?" after a long day of classes, and the sporting events that fill students with pride. I will miss the way this campus instantly feels like home each time I set foot on that Bulldog Mile.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs taking the ice up 4-1 on their rival St. Norbert Green Knights. 20 minutes away from sweeping this season, regular season. We don't know about the Slats Cup playoffs coming up in a few weeks. Bulldogs play the number 2 seed in the NCAA, Concordia, Wisconsin, next week. They will be in Wisconsin for both of those games. Will not have either of those, but the Bulldogs start the third on a power play for 1:21, and you got to think if you're St. Norbert, this is a must kill.
Well, yeah, like we said at the end of the second period was a must score, and they didn't do that. Well, even better than that would be a must kill. I mean, if you go down 4 goals at the end, the beginning of the third period, it's just almost a death sentence at that point.
Bulldogs start with their 5-forward look. Johnson, Ben, one-time shot. That one goes high and wide. Off the end boards to Simon. Simon to Pomerleau. Pomerleau, nose to play catch. Simon, backhand pass out front. Markovic could not get a stick on it. Stat comes out to play it at the hash marks. Johnson weaves her way. Johnson still with it. Nice play off the boards to Pomerleau. To Ben. Ben with a nice move. Backhands it. Tipped in front. Markovic Puck is still loose. Palmer Lowe gets hit into the net. Puck stays out. 36 seconds to go in the power play.
Good opportunity there for Adrian College. That's kind of how they got their last goal, was just push towards the front of the net and hope to get a stick onto the puck, push it into the back of the net. 36 seconds left. Green Knights hoping to win the draw and just kind of get it out of here.
Face off one straight back by Madden. Puck played along the boards. Klein is taken down. Spinning forehand by Whitkoff. In behind the net, and Stack stops it there for Bayer. Carpenter. Game-winning goal yesterday. To Reardon. Bayer. Shot through a screen by Metaliano, and a nice save there from Plachetka.
Yeah, really nice there. Plachetka gets the start here in the third period, so a little fresher of legs, kind of loosened up a little more. Really nice save there, scooping it off the bottom of the ice.
Bulldogs have 6 people on the ice. There we go. I was going to say. 2 hopped the boards and 1 went off. Bulldogs go back to the traditional 2 defenseman look with 10 seconds to go on the power play. Sabid's off her stick and out. Dumped back in by Richardson. Nice spin move there. Stop and start. Puck comes too low. Matty Lowe gets checked. Puck taken away. Charchenko hits Pacino. Chips it by Richardson. Bayer gets hit to the boards. Going off for a change is Pacino. Puck is loose. Bulldogs come away with it. Nice pass to Metaliano in the middle of the ice. Metaliano gets the red line, throws one deep. No troubles there. Plachetka, she will cover.
Just like a catcher there, blocking the puck. Bounce off the front of the ice, right into the chest. Covers it up. A couple of shots here early on in this one. 4 shots on net to begin the period and none for the Green Knights. So kind of a flip to the script. Obviously the Bulldogs had the player advantage, so probably why they had a lot more offensive zone time.
The Bulldogs outshot the Knights 33-21 yesterday, and chance out front. Palmerlow could not get it to her. Sort of a reverse here today. Yesterday, a much tightly contested game at this point. 2-1 win for the Bulldogs. Wicklund, she shoots long range. Stack. Save percentage increase right there. She's at .960. On the year, she's at 1.06 goals against average and a .956 save percentage.
Pretty dang good.
Pretty dang good. Face off one back and a chance here for Simon. Seen this a few times in another foot race. Emma Simon tried to get it across, could not do so. Klein was going to the back post. Over the stick of Kaylee Simon. Back down to Bayer. Bayer to Simon. Nice touch pass there. Center of the ice too low. Maddie Lowe comes across. She shoots right into the crest of Plachetka.
Well, I think that just short possession right there kind of showed the template of how the Bulldogs can break it out of their own end despite having the Green Knights just swarming on them. You had the player down there below the net, touch pass to the side, and then a one-time pass into the middle through the neutral zone and a good shot on net.
That one's high off the glass. Will come right back down for icing.
Well, a few more whistles here early on in the third period to begin. Not even 3 minutes into it yet, and we've had about several face-offs, mostly in the Bulldogs' O-zone.
St. Norbert leading in that category, 24-19, face-off category that is. Italiano trips, now a 3-on-2 for St. Norbert. Across the blue line, Jacobson spins and puts it down off the skate of Carpenter. He comes away with it. Played out to Donnelly at the red line. Chipped in deeper is Madden. Green Knights go off for a change. Lacola plays it long off the boards. Lowe comes away with it. Lowe and Donnelly battling. Lowe gets taken down off the Meyer side. Taken by Bayer. Right off the bench is Johnson. Miley Johnson on Donnelly out wide. sharp angle shot. That one caroms all the way to the blue line. And here's a chance the other way. Holzer backhands that one. Nice play by Bayer. Bayer comes away with it. Chips it to Ben. Ben shoots it at Pomerleau just over her stick, and that's going to come all the way back down for another icing.
Just lost the race there to Pomerleau. Bulldogs still hold the advantage. Not much to say. I mean, it's been up and down, kind of not a whole lot of pressure in the O-zone for the Green Knights.
Slower start to this period for St. Norbert. They've come out flying in the first and second. Maybe they've kind of run out of gas, thrown everything they have at the Bulldogs, and still down 4-1. Wicklund, sharp angle shot, blockered away. Played back to the line. That comes out. Referee sees it. And Johnson chips that one off the boards. The line will go off for a change. She'll stay on. Nice pass off the stick of Anik. Caught by Bayer. She chips that to Hubenschmidt. Roush dumps that one in. Wicklund on it first. Plays it down deep off the stick of Rudin. She comes away with it. Off the skate, or off the stick of Rudin this time. Puck comes to the corner. Played back to the blue line. Kept in. St. Norbert chips this one down deep once again. Nice center pass. Just out of the reach of Jacobson. Nice touch pass. One-time shot in the slot. Bayer blocked that one. Kaylee Simon. Jacobson, sharp angle shot. Deflected to the corner off the Hubenschmidt. Hits it high off the glass. Chips that one down. St. Norbert trying to get something going. Referees keep the hand down. Rubbed out. Maddie Lowe. Dumps that one in. Cut off there by Donnelly. To Healy. Healy's getting pressured by Lowe. Lowe comes away with it. To Metaliano. Metaliano gets checked. Calling for it loudly is Whitkoff. Taken there by Lacola. Lacola gets hooked on the play. Referees see it. He's going to be called for a hook, and the Bulldogs get a chance to extend this lead.
Yeah, pretty much put this thing on ice. If they can put a puck in the back of the net off the hooking call there against St. Norbert. Over 14 minutes to go. Going to see that 5-forward line come out here for Adrian College.
Thought maybe they might go with the defenseman or two, just being up 4-1. They said nope. That shot goes out of play. I guess if you practice it a bunch of times in practice, probably get quite familiar with your line mates. Of course, Chad Davis will have trust in his top unit out here. Simon comes in, takes the draw, wins it back to Johnson. Johnson back down to Simon. As Markovich parked out front. Johnson to Ben, plays it to Pomerleau. Pomerleau back to Ben at the top. She can shoot, she does! Tip shot by Markovich. That one just went wide, not sure if Plachetka got a glove on it. Now another chance, Simon backdoor pass. Net was open for a second. Nice defensive play. Ready to go quickly, get right back in. Johnson, spinorama. Plays it to Ben, and now here's what I was talking about. 2-on-1, Bulldogs only have a forward back. Pieper shoots, just goes high and wide. Johnson got hit in the head there as she took out Pieper. She is slow to get up. Markovich to Simon. That goes off the skate of Reardon.
Bulldogs only got 4 on the ice here, I think.
They got 3 on the ice right now. I'm not sure what they do. Only have 4, and now they have 5. Good call. Looked like Johnson went off kind of gingerly. See her hunched over on the bench. 40 seconds to go in this power play. Bayer dumps this one all the way around. Reardon gets there first, but Lesnar takes it away and plays it right to Bayer at the line. Bayer to Richardson. She takes a shot. Nice block. And that shot is caromed straight up. Not sure how she got it up that high that quickly right off the scoreboard. Fortunately, the faceoff will come right back into their end.
Well, maybe that's unfortunately for St. Norbert, because that was going to be an easy clear and just got a little too much air under that puck. Absolutely domed the scoreboard.
24 seconds to go. Puck is loose right up front. Italiano with a chance. Puck caroms back to Richardson. Richardson shoots. That one's too high. Reardon. 10 seconds to go. Pass cross seam to Carly Carpenter. Back to Bayer. Bayer walks in. She shoots. That puck deflects through. Richardson to Reardon. Sanders out of the box. Nice play by Reardon. Gets it down to Richardson. She shoots. That one's deflected away by Plachetka. Taken away by the Bulldogs. Battle for it right at the blue line. Players on the ice. Donnelly does come away with it. Italiano was also on the ice. Sanders is offside. No call, we play on. Lacola, nice reverse to Sturgeon. Sturgeon plays it off the boards to Carpenter. Cola picks it up, gets center ice, dumps it in. See a lot of that from the Bulldogs as this game winds down. Getting center ice and dumping it in. Streck tries to dump this one in. Sturgeon throws it off the back of Johnson. Puck does get out. Healy gets it at the blue line, dumps it right back in. Off the back of Johnson once again, and it's in her.
It was caught between her arm and her side. Just a little bit of friendly fire there. It was technically still loose. I thought maybe it caught up into her jersey, but if she would have let her arm go, puck would have played on, but that one hurts.
She's getting beat up here in the third period. Take a knee to the head on her 2-on-1. Now that right in the back. Hubenschmidt tries to get that one in, offside, delayed offside. And that's going to be an icing the other way for Charchenko.
Now those bumps and bruises don't feel as bad when you're up 4-1.
And she hops over the boards, coming right back out. So
big smile on her face.
Face off to the right, or the left, excuse me, of Plachetka. Pomerleau tries to get to that one. Stick check, nice play by Richardson, gloves that one down. Johnson comes away with it. Walks in, shoots! Nice save there. That was labeled for the top corner, blockered out of play.
A really nice shot there and a really nice save. Went for the top left corner, blocker side, a way to get that arm up.
Johnson digs in here, Grebanowski. Won by St. Norbert. A chance here. Streck was in behind the defense. Nobody saw it. Lesnar, she steps up. She's got control. Stops, gets it back to the blue line. Nice one-touch pass, walks in, shot, blocked away by Ben. Pomerleau comes away with it. Or excuse me, Lacola, she gives it away. A chance here. Almost a tripping call there. It looked like Johnson did get the puck first. Lesnar. No chance here. Streck back to the line and Lesnar. She shoots. Bayer basically on the ground blocks that one in front of the net. Off the stick of Pomerleau. Anik plays to Lesnar. Lesnar gets the blue line, drops it back, gets it right back. Nice stick check by Bayer. Bulldogs are away 3-on-1. Emma Simon. Reardon has it to Simon. Simon shoots and scores! Chips it over the glove of Plachetka. The Bulldogs extend the lead.
Oh boy, was that sweet. Simon just gets the elevation and almost bar down on the top shelf. The assist from Reardon puts the nail in the coffin. Under 10 minutes to go here. Third period. The expression tells it all.
Simon, sophomore from Howell, Michigan. It's a gross move. Chips it up over the glove of Plachetka. 5-1 Bulldogs. 9 minutes to go in this third period. Bulldogs still getting outshot, 25-23, but it's been a much better third period from them as Simon chips it in. They go off wholesale change. Stretch play. A little too far. That one will come back for icing. Just a reminder, ACTV broadcasts are fully student ran. Of course, you have BCSN in the booth with us, and then you got myself, Jack Whited, and my partner, Nathan Lindner.
Yeah, a nice help there, BCSN, to come on and do the game here. So doing both duties, directing and color. Not a whole lot to do as far as directing, but that's why you see the Ice Hockey ACTV radio simulcast a couple of times there as we were talking.
Pomerleau, she shoots, that one's blocked. You'll see a few different angles here on the broadcast. That is all thanks to BCSN. Long range shot. That one goes wide. Bayer retreats. Nice play by Johnson. Cuts her off. Wickland goes off for a change. Bayer takes it herself. She shoots from long range, gets a stoppage. 8:08 to play.
Yeah, I think both squads are just kind of looking up at the clock, watching it draw down. Going to be a tough task if St. Norbert's going to want to come back in this one, down 4 goals with 8 minutes. Average of 1 goal every 2 minutes, and you've only put up in the series 2 goals in almost, 110 minutes now?
Bulldog defense playing well, and as another chance here comes out in front. Witkoff with the chance. Then you obviously have Kira Stack back there, who allows, it seems to be 1 goal a game. Bulldogs get to that magic 2 number, do seem to succeed. They're going to need that goaltending next weekend. Number 1, number 2 in the conference do battle. It's going to be another icing, but waved off. Waved off the offside, I believe, and not the icing, and faceoff will come all the way back down.
Yeah, sometimes with only the 3-woman crew here tonight, one of the referees can stand as a linesman and call the offside, so that's what she was waving off earlier. I had the same realization last period. They did the same thing, waved off the offsides, but then they can call the icing.
Simon goes straight forward. That's now her 9th shot on goal. She's been all over it. A lot of Bulldogs with 2 points. 2 points is the max. Johnson with 2 points. Bayer, Simon also with 2, and then a lot of people with 1. A lot of depth scoring coming out in this one. Shot through, doesn't get there. Good to see. Richardson cuts off Holzer. Puck comes all the way around Klein. Tries to backhand that one to Simon. Doesn't get out. Now Klein does come away with it to Richardson. Richardson chips it off the boards to Simon. Out of her reach, and Reardon. Back to Bayer. Grabanowski. It's pressured by Simon. Getting center ice and trying to dump it in with Streck. Chipped on the opposite side of center ice was Simon. And we'll have yet another icing.
Well, 6:40 left to go, third period. Bulldogs well in control of this one. They've really looked strong today and throughout the whole season. They've really cruised through conference play thus far. Before tonight's game, they're outscoring opponents 74-8 in NCAA play.
Pretty good. Long range shot, Ben goes high and wide. Simon keeps that one in, dumped back in. Johnson pressuring the defense. To a Nick. Lesnar off the boards, hits Streck. Streck dumps that one in, goes off for a change. Kaylee Simon leaves it for Sturgeon. Sturgeon's gonna skate it out herself. Just dump it in. 6 minutes to go and counting. Bulldogs looking to improve to 14-0 in conference. 1 point ahead of Concordia, Wisconsin, who swept St. Norbert as well, but did win one of those games in overtime. That puck is played around to the boards and out off the skate of Witkoff. Dumped the rest of the way. Taken away here. Centering pass. Byer hits that one to the corner. Nice fake shot here. Zurwick long range shot covered up once again by Stack.
Yeah, Stack saw it all the way there, comes out of her crease, makes the play. 26 saves on the day for Kara Stack, only 1 goal allowed.
It's kind of been the norm with her. Leads the NCAA in shutouts, but rarely gives up multiple goals. Long range shot again. That one goes wide. Richardson lays it up the boards to Klein, could not get there. Puck is played to center ice. Dumped back in, almost out of play. Lacola goes back on it. Plays to Richardson. Richardson tries to hit Simon. Long foot race here. Those two are really equal, and they both get taken down. Both go hard into the boards. I believe we're not going to have any penalties. That was Claire Healy as well. We're just going to have the icing called.
Yeah, good hustle play there. Emma Simon went down for the puck and then just kind of tangles herself up there with Healy. And they both hit the ice and crashed hard into the boards. I think Healy got the worst of it, going right into the boards herself with Simon right behind her.
Face off one. Holzer tries to get one through, couldn't. Falls down, just plays it into the corner. Cherchenko gets her stick lifted. Reardon. Holzer has it. Holzer centering pass. Shot, never got through. Deflected to the corner. Holzer, sharp angle shot. That one never got through either. Oh, another chance. Puck comes back to the blue line. Winds up shot. That one's blocked away by Lacola. To Simon. To Reardon. Nice play at the blue line. They can't get it any farther. Grabanowski comes in. She's still got it. Grabanowski. Centering pass. Chance in front. Big save by Stack. Right on cue, and that one might not get down for icing. It's not perfect curling weight. No chance here. Off the boards. Simon takes a whack there. He's going to take a penalty. Going to call a trip right there. Getting up slowly is Piper.
Just kind of tangled up here, a whack. It's tripped up, hit her head on the ice. Good to see her get up quickly.
And she's going to go right to the locker room. 3:20 to go. There's no point. Johnson and Pomerleau over the bench for Adrian. Trying to kill this one off. Shot from the point. That one goes wide. Lesnar to Grabanowski. Just out of the reach there of a Nick. Nice pressure there from Richardson. Johnson gets it out, but it's off the official. Bayer lays it around. Pomerleau gets that one to center ice. Grabanowski tried to beat Johnson. Rarely happened. She sends it the rest of the way. Bulldogs trying to go perfect this weekend on the kill. Zurwick takes it herself. Chips it by Surgeon. Pins Bayer to the boards. Puck comes free. Pinching down deep is Witkoff. Leaves it there for Rauch. Rauch has it again. Madden goes off for a change. Zurwick walks in. Deflected shot. Never got through, and Carpenter comes away with it. Carpenter just sends it the rest of the way. 50 seconds to go in the power play. Zerwick. Healy, cross ice, pass off the board, shot comes through, big save Stack, rebound, save Stack. Puck played to the corner, another chance here. St. Norbert walks out in front, another shot, that one never got through. Another shot, big save Stack, another one, big save again. Puck is loose somewhere, and Kiera Stack putting on a clinic in the Bulldog net. There is a penalty here, but not sure to who.
Well, she saves her best saves of the night for the last 2 minutes. Just every which way she can get it, falling on her butt left and right, seeing it all the way despite the sticks coming in and shoving it down. Bodies flying left and right beside her. An unbelievable job from Stack to keep the puck out.
Well, now she's going to be 5-on-3 shorthanded as Carly Carpenter goes to the box for elbowing. See what Stack has in store for us here at 5-on-3. Of course, this is where St. Norbert wanted it overtime in the Slats Cup final last year on a 5-on-3. Only 15 seconds to go. From a sharp angle pass shot. That one never got there. Deflected out. That should do it for 5-on-3. Lesnar plays it to Grabanowski. Grabanowski walks in, shoots, deflected to the corner by Stack. Haley Simons out of the box. Grabanowski walks out in the slot, can't get a good shot off. Chance to clear. Johnson swings and misses. Nice play there, Grabanowski. Gets it right back just through the crease. Madden back to the line, Lesnar. To Madden. Madden walks in, shoots, gets a rebound. That one's blocked again by Bayer. Another shot, Stack gets that one. Johnson clears it off the boards. 50 seconds to go. Anik. Skates by low. And Reardon, another nice move. She's across, sharp, right in front of the net. Shot, glove down by Stack. Bayer loses that battle. Lowe does come away with it. Chance for Stabeeds, right in the net. Right in the boards, excuse me. Chance cross ice to Healy. Healy walks in. She's going to fire. Another block shot by Bayer. Healy again. Shot. That one goes through. I don't think Stack ever saw it. 10 seconds to go. Bulldogs trying to keep it at 1, and they will do just that. Kiera Stack, 33 saves. Lowe gets a breakaway as the buzzer sounds. Final score, 5-1 Bulldogs. Behind yet another outstanding game from Kiera Stack.
Well, unbelievable job there. Kiera Stack, just the last 3 minutes, just unbelievable in the saves that she made. You can tell St. Norbert was just desperate to put one in to try to get any kind of momentum moving into their final 4 games of the season. But Kiera Stack just doing a great job to keep it out, keeping her GAA low for the season.
It was 1.06. It most certainly probably go up here. 1 goal against, 33 saves. Bulldogs extend their winning streak. Five to 1 is your final. Bulldogs penalty kill stays perfect against St. Norbert. We'll have the 3 stars of the game shortly. Bulldogs, it's going to be all Bulldogs. Who do you think the 3 stars of the game are? We got a lot of options here.
Like you said, a lot of players there with 2 points. I think, well, 1 star for sure is going to be Kiera Stack. Obviously had 33 saves on 34 shots, only the 1 goal against. And if you look at some of the others with 2 points, Riley Johnson, Parker Bayer, and Emma Simon all had 2 points. I think you might want to go with Simon. She's got 10 shots, and 9 of them being on goal, so she was all over the place. A couple of breakaway opportunities for there as well. Bayer had 1 goal and 1 assist with 3 shots on goal. And Riley Johnson, 1 goal, 1 assist, 5 shots, 3 of them on goal. So I'll go Stack, Simon, and I'll go Bear. I'll go our own ACTV's Parker
Bear. She did block a lot of shots. I don't know. It says only 3, but she was out front on her hands blocking really everything. We'll see what they get. Kira Stack most definitely will get another one. She's got one basically every time the Bulldogs have won. They do extend to 14-0 in the NCAA and set up that clash with Concordia, Wisconsin. Next week in Wisconsin, games are being played at 7:30 Eastern and 4 Eastern. We'll be back here on Senior Day, February 14th. The Bulldogs end the regular season off here against Trine University. And then we will have playoff hockey. NCAA quarterfinals will start February 20th. And then following that is the semifinals, then the Slats Cup finals, and then March 14th, NCAA first round. The Bulldogs hope to be when we get there. 3 stars of the game. See Emma Simon. You can see Kira Stack. I'm not sure who the third one is. 1 for 1 so far. Second star. 33 saves. Kira Stack once again. No shutout this time, but just as good. 34 saves. First star is gonna be Parker Bayer. 3 for 3, Nathan Lindner. That is gonna do it for us up here. Bulldogs victorious 5-1. We'll see you back here for women's hockey on February 14th on Senior Day. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Bulldogs.